damn sure. It's so damn crammed in here. All right. So, if whoever comes in and is like, I can't see your face, let me know. What is this stuff on now? It's stuck on Band-Aids. Whew. Kind of settled down for a minute. So welcome all. A couple of you. Put this back in. This actually goes in there. Man, I wish I could do this with Jamie Jams playing. Yeah, I could probably adjust this a tad. Well, I guess that'll do, right? I'm not here for the beauty. Tell. All right. So I can get this going pretty soon. I don't think, well, I got my gloves. All right. So, went out to Middlefield to that estate sale. Didn't get any scrap there because that's not the point for that. Got some books. I was going to make a sourced video. I made one the other day, yesterday morning, for the what sold video, but it was just way too much. We got some stuff yesterday, and I got some stuff today. And so that's steel. I'll give you the story of this in a minute. Or like right now. So that's probably aluminum, most likely. This is plastic right there. But after the estate sale, I'm going down the road to go to Willowick, Wycliffe, whichever it is, down here where I live at, and someone where I got some pots and pans a couple weekends ago text me, is like, hey, I have a TV antenna, and I thought it was like one of the old 80s TV antennas, which are like 60 feet tall and are made out of aluminum. No, it was a smaller antenna, but when I left, this is the part where if you've never taken it apart, it's going to be difficult. So I got the satellite on the side of the road, so that's going to be aluminum and brass. And then I went and got that real small TV satellite, which this thing right here. All right, so that's going to be aluminum, all this. It's going to be copper down here. And that's some sort of, I have my other magnet somewhere, so that's steel. But that's aluminum. That's aluminum. So get the steel off that, and then I'll just go with, no, maybe I can clean it up pretty good. I don't know. But still, anyhow. And then I stopped at, there was a business, a plaza right across the street from me, with a couple like plumbing companies, electrical companies, electricians and stuff. Wow. And so I stopped there and I got some stuff, which I'll go through some of here. And I got that, is that a rivet or a screw? So when I got those outlets a couple weeks ago, so I come back home, right? So I got the stuff from across the street, come back home, go to the first dumpster, I get a bicycle wheel that I have to take apart. It looks like Phillips. And a couple pieces of aluminum from it. It is. All right, good. So that'll come apart somewhat easily. Somewhat. At least be able to get these out. Then I stopped the dumpster right here, and I see there are some other outlets and switches, and the guy who I thought, from the van at least, on who I thought it was coming from, he was outside. So I ended up talking to Tom for a little bit. And he's like, yeah, Sundays is usually when I do my end of the week clean out of his truck, of his van. I'll just put all the stuff in a box for you right behind the dumpster. Sundays, how about that? Sure. I was like, I mean, you can put it in the dumpster. I mean, if it's already boxed up, put it outside. But if there's stuff in there that I got to go in and grab anyhow, if you accidentally, don't worry about it. But if you want to save me a little time, he's like, yeah, man, I mean, for what you're doing. And his point was, you find it fun, it's entertaining, and, you know, ultimately, you know, you're making a few bucks and it's helping the environment. So there's another hookup for free stuff. But with this whole box, I have to start getting the steel, and a lot of it will need microprocessed down. Some I will do today, a lot I am not. I just want to get the steel separated, get the trash out in the dumpster. So that is my my story. So now how to even separate all this, I have no idea.
Where's my Miley Cyrus CD?
Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, I got Bangers by Miley Cyrus at the Village.
But then it should be on the where all the CDs are, right there in the hallway. And if it's not there,
I found it.
okay.
I also need to grab something.
Oh, you know what? I bet you if ES happens to stop it, the electronic scrap guy, whatever his name is. I said I was going to try to stop in a. Try to stop in some live stream that he was telling me about. But that was also anticipation that I'm not going to have this stuff. I didn't think I was going to get all this. All right, so brass is more than aluminum. I doubt I can. That's how it's going. All right. So there are screws right there for a reason. Oh, I can feel it. That's what she said. Instead of this, it feels like, no, that's definitely metal. So I have a couple of stores, thrift stores, where I can acquire scrap metal so far, once a month maybe. These 2 dumpsters, 10 dumpsters across the street, which are plumbers, electrical, general contractors, stuff like that, where I got some of this, not a lot. Neighbor down here, he's an electrician. My brother's an electrician. Telling my wife that as soon as I opened up the lid to the first dumpster lid I opened back here, I was like, you know what? I'm turning into one of those scrappers. It's like, isn't that what you don't want to be that? So it's difficult to explain. No, I don't want to be that because then, but I will go into a bunch of dumpsters for sure. All right, so this is. Oh, it is magnetic. A whole bunch of little ICs on this. I see. So, learning along the way. And if any of these screws are brass, that'll definitely help out. I doubt it. No. But I've never taken one of these apart, so I want to see what's inside and see if the next time it's really worth it for someone's free time. To remove almost 30 screws for 50 cents, whatever it is. Wow. That one's stripped down. I mean, I'll be able to get it if I need to. Which reminds me of that one Thumb Print. There's another, he's up in Canada, he scraps, and he got like these cell phone repeater box things. He took it all apart, and it had hundreds of little screws. And he found another one. He's like, yeah, that just goes in a shred. Yeah, I don't think that was it. It was, actually. But if it's magnetic, it would attract those screws. Okay, cool. A whole little circuit board down there. What a piece of cast. There you go. Just gotta go a little slower. I'm not worried about that other one. Start off with a little bit of aluminum. So ultimately, I guess if you were to get one of these, you don't want to do it like this. You're probably just going to get aluminum for it, $1. Well, you got to separate this thing from the mast. I believe it'd still be called a mast. So there's something else right underneath there. Ah, more circuit board. Is it steel? It is, and it just goes in like that. All kinds of little freaking circuit boards in this thing. Yeah. Good board to have to go through. No, don't be falling over again. I guess if ES does come in here, kind of had an idea on why I didn't go to that live stream. I forget the name of the Scrap Meister. I don't remember. I have it bookmarked. Not here. I'm only hearing negative. No, 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 no. So I turned the radio up. And I turned the radio on. Or however that goes. Some lover was singing my song. You said that I was naive. Actually, I just sang that one the other day. I'm not going to sing it again. Where I said those words in some sort of musical melody, some musical cadence. I didn't sing the song by any means. All right, another piece of cleanish. now more in here, and then this is all one big old chunk of cast. Besides that, but there are some itty bitty screws right up here. Itty bitty. Maybe not. So that is what the inside of the receiver part of a satellite looks like. A satellite dish.
Oh yeah.
And that's all. I mean, that's all aluminum, which is that's a ton of aluminum and then some circuit boards. Nice copper back. It feels like it'd have to be for the weather. Why does it smell like chicken dumplings?
Because I'm boiling chicken in creamy chicken soup.
Yeah. What's chicken dumplings made out of?
Chicken and dumplings.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the little things of what it's made out of, but that's it for myself.
Yeah. All right. Let's get this bigger stuff out. Um, solid core. We'll do it that way. That's that, but the rest of that's aluminum. That came for a lot easier than I thought. Okay. Then I have a bicycle rim. I'm not really going to deal with it right now, at least. No, because the actual rim itself is aluminum. And then, I mean, it's nothing because you could just cut all these. You can cut all the spokes. The spokes are steel. Cut all the spokes. Then you could take this center piece out, and then this actual piece right here is aluminum. But you could probably, I don't know, probably cut the spokes out and just sell the rim in just that minus. You probably don't have to take the guts out, the bearings inside. But you don't do that, I mean, it's probably a pound of aluminum, but if you don't do that, you're going to get all steel price because it's almost all steel. If it was like 10% steel and everything else was aluminum, yeah, you'd get, you know, lower grade aluminum, but all these little things got to learn. Well, me, right?
Yeah. I mean, I learned too because you tell me about them.
Yeah.
I don't go to the scrapyard to personally find out the difference.
Oh, and well, the difference I learned from people online, scrapyard up here, they care about what they buy and the degree of what they buy it as. So,
I just figured that also probably useful information for anybody else who's going to do it, but that's how it works.
yeah, and that's how I learned. It's from other people saying, hey, this is that, and you got to do it this way. And some people will take that extra time to break it apart. I will. And then there's other scrappers who are like, no, it's just a whole bike. And we'll just throw the whole bike in our truck and just sell it as is. Because they don't want to bother with that aluminum because to them it's that tiny amount of time. Yeah, time, all that. Yeah. And so the old garage door, one of the steel garage door that you see in like factories and stuff. So this is. Yeah, he said it might be steel, but that may not be. Actually, I'll just do this. Ooh, yeah. Nice little chunky silver contacts. Double silver contacts. Yeah. All kinds of that one. Can we say Aruba in Jamaica? On the Florida Keys. Get where I wanna be.
For a second, I thought you were gonna start referencing how you said we're going to Maui.
Well, the same thing with all the silver in here, yeah. You're like, hold on, wait, what? There's that much silver in those things? No, you'd be surprised on how much actual like silver, actual silver metal is in all these switches.
I actually said, like, what's on there?
To get away from it all. A mops, a cheese. I lost my keys on the Florida dream. Man, that's just so stupid. That I can get. I don't get it. Those shouldn't be. France, Rooney. All right, so now it looks like they're just not like that. So I probably snip that right there, like that, just like that. Nice little chunky chunkos and a bunch of those with silver on them. And the little micro ones. Good. Aluminum. Yeah, I need something for outlets. That might even be. That's all brass too. That's a win. Might want to gotta smash that one apart. What's this? A little piece of aluminum. What's wrong, Bruce?
See what's wrong.
Hey, hi. Hey, can you give me a paper towel?
Yeah.
Well, not for Bruce, but this has like all kinds of little.
Just so that, like that with my hand.
Maybe let us know where he's here. I was like, all right, thanks for the food, guys.
Like, hey, I'm just letting you know that I'm here, so if you're making some dinner, make sure you save some for me. Chop, chop.
Small piece of aluminum. That scare you, Bruce? So on guard now. That I can take apart. Outlet, outlet, outlet. Steel. So it'll be all steel. That is. So at the scrapyard up here, it's not magnetic. It's gonna be tin. It's gonna be anything but steel, anything but copper, anything but brass. It's not brass. It's shred aluminum, 50 cents for these non-magnetic faceplates. I got a feeling that steel. This furling may not be. It is. So this are 5 people. So if you're new here, primarily sell physical media. Started microscrapping a couple months ago. The more I talk to people, the more I get free stuff. Brother's an electrician. I got stuff from him. Neighbor, a couple doors up. I just talked to him. He's an electrician. I get, he's going to set stuff aside for me instead of throwing it out. I got a couple thrift stores I can go to where they'll keep some of the metals and stuff like the small thrift stores, not like a Goodwill or anything. But they'll keep the metals and stuff like that for me to scrap. Where I live, there's 2 dumpsters, and I just went over across the street to where there's 10 other dumpsters at the businesses where there's other electricians and plumbers and stuff that are there. So I spend about 30 hours a week buying and listing and selling physical media. So I need something else to do, and what better than take up a hobby that makes you money? Yeah, I'm not assembling things, I'm disassembling it, so it doesn't matter how careful or cautious I am. So, any lone wanderers, welcome. And bye. No left. Must be a better party somewhere else. Yeah. I mean, same thing. I'll jump onto a bunch of small channels and put something on and see what they're up to. But I'll usually stick around for a little while and ask a question or two. Like, hey, what is it you're doing? But some people only have TikTok attention.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the day, I think. Sunday, that's where a lot of people would be getting ready to start their full-on week.
They don't want to watch some guy who can't sing. What was I singing?
Beach Boys.
Lisa Loeb. You don't know how to sing Lisa Loeb. I'm gone. Bye. If you don't know how to sing Lisa Loeb, I'm never going to be your subscriber. I have no idea.
Wait, you know all the words to that song?
Almost. You go. Stainless.
I just do people a favor by not singing.
I mean, a little bit right there that's not. Sometimes you can easily extract these. Sometimes not. But that's enough stainless all in one. I don't think they're going to worry about 0.021 grams of steel. Everything else is stainless. Well, at least that's the one thing I did learn. I was speaking to you too, but that's at least one thing. I'm like, oh yeah, you don't have to be like that super like retentive about it.
What do you mean?
At the scrapyard, like you don't have to like clean it all the way down to where it looks brand new. You can get most of whatever the thing that's not metal off. Like this, if I can't do this one here, that's brass, and I could sell that as this part right here is brass, but I can't. There's no, and I'm not going to try to destroy that for 1 penny of brass and take up a bunch of time for that. So that's just that's making those executive decisions on that.
Yeah.
So this is.
Well, I mean, you're basically your own boss, so
Yeah.
not like you really have to consult anybody.
So this is a braided, still good, so that I will keep. So I know all those are steel. Now the switch, break those down. Aluminum. So Wednesday, right? Is when you enter a new decade.
That would be Tuesday that happens.
I was trying to make you younger.
By a day?
Yeah.
24 hours?
You don't know what will happen in 24 hours.
That is true.
Yeah, I got one of these door pistons. And I don't know if they're easily break apartable. You don't want to get too crazy trying to break these apart because they are pressurized. Yeah.
You just have to move.
It's not that one magnetic. No, it is. No, it's not. That's a little piece of aluminum. Yeah, that's just two-way plastic. That. it's just a little bit of steel. I actually just go in this shred. Oh. Don't know if that does anything to get that out of there. Probably not, but. Let me see. About the wacky humor quick. Figure that would do it. Now, hold on. These are not going to be that. Well, I'll steal them. And I'll have to do that again. Steal. Looks like a grounding, like for grounding for welding, maybe. Somebody already got the wire out of it. Free money. Hey. So I said earlier in the stream, I was like, oh, you know what? There's a live stream that I was going to join, but I'm sure if he comes over here, he can kind of figure out on why I'm not there. And I guess I could tell the story again. So I got some stuff. I got a satellite dish, and I just tore that thing apart. Right, some good circuit board. So that's aluminum. And then I got a TV antenna, which I took apart. All these little pins. And then the main mast is all aluminum. And then I stopped at dumpsters across the street, businesses, which I've never been to. Businesses or the dumpsters. And I found some more stuff there. And then when I pulled in here, I went to the first dumpster and got a bicycle rim, aluminum. I just got to cut the spokes or so. I don't know. And then I stopped at the second dumpster here, and the guy there is the same guy who threw away a bunch of like these more outlets and switches and all this stuff. I don't know how much more you can see in here. A lot of steel. I just got a magnet and take the screws out of that. LED flashlight. I'm going to take that out and take the batteries out and LED, aluminum. So he's like, oh, yeah, I'm an electrician and, I do my van clean out a couple times a month. Oh, since I know, I'll put a little box of stuff outside for you right behind the dumpster on the weekends. Cool. So it's probably stainless. License plate cover thing. Yeah, so it's just more GFCI. This outlet right here, it's brass on the back as opposed to steel. All right, so take that apart. More switches, more like just regular aluminum, cooking aluminum that's clean. They set up here as like for this stuff here, cooking aluminum, no matter what it is, as long as it's not like it doesn't have all the food left in it, or it doesn't have a whole bunch of cheese or fat and grease, ball it up and it's all aluminum. Just can't have like food and flammables on it. But a little bit of leftover piece of the cheese and a black bean, that's good. They're like, oh yeah. Aluminum. So ultimately, yeah, it was just more stuff, and that came out of a 3-point, like an old garage door opener button thing for the like the business commercial. So these are nice, nice chunky silver contacts. 8 of those, 6 of these, and 3 of these double-sided. So I mean, it'll take time until I accrue enough. Actually, I think I saw on your channel that you did some smelting, crucibling. I don't know what it's called. You put a bunch of stuff in the crucible. The action of doing it. So they give me a. This is this. I'm gonna guess it's stainless. I don't think it'd be brass. That'd be too expensive for something like this. I think it's gonna be stainless. License plate cover. Too heavy to be aluminum. This nice and clean cut in here. Yeah, it takes a little bit of force to bend that. So stainless. But for someone who does this for free, well, yeah. Someone who gets this stuff for free, and whatever this thing is, looks like part to a starter or a solenoid. However, come in here, you actuate something that turns that. So I'll take that apart, whatever that is. And a lot of this are all these Apex, whatever they're called, SPX connectors. A lot of them. So more free money. But the more I talk, the less I do. The less it gets done. Or it just takes longer to get it all done. Those are steel, damn it. So many of those would be brass. Aluminum. That's nice concrete hole saw. I mean, it just, I don't know, it might be wood, but I don't have a bit for that or a need for it. Wow. So we need taking that apart. Some more of these. So yeah, I did stop in, if you're still here, I did stop in at the channel and I had a bookmark and I was going to watch it. But I also didn't think that I'd end up with all this stuff. Found my pliers. Junk. Yep. Steel lock. Yep. Some little testing probe. Straight up wire. Straight up wire. So Yeah, hopefully I won't have. Well, I mean, eventually I'll get there and get over and say hi. I mean, if you're there now, and if he doesn't mind, feel free to send people over here. They're like, hey, look at that thumbnail. This is a bunch of stuff you just found again. But I mean, I know there's plenty of these scrappers out there that find 10 times this amount on a daily. But I'm 100% compliant with what you're like, what you said. Be like, hey, ask people. Yeah, it's turned out. No one has said no yet. I mean, I've only talked to a couple people about it, but no one said no. The likely places, the people who I would ask. I mean, I'm not going to go to Goodwill and be like, hey, can you guys keep all your metal that you don't sell? They won't. But anyone else? I mean, I don't think I can go to like the Electrician's right around the corner and my small cutters. My small cutters. I just need something good. I mean, it's steel any. I'm not worried about that. Good. Still need my small cutters. But talking to my neighbor up here, who's also an electrician, I told him about the cutters that I had, and I broke them. He asked what brand. I was like, dude, I don't know. They just came in a little kit. I was like, I mean, you could pay quite a bit more money. And he started recommending Klein. I was like, well, my brother uses Klein. He's like, yeah, you're gonna pay more, but you won't have a story about them breaking. That's very true. So I don't need a bunch now. I can still do, but when the time comes and I have to, I will. Sporlin. Brass. Another junk screwdriver that's just going in the shred. Plastic is not going in the shred. A long extension bit. Piece of nice thicker wire. I've been radar units, front radar. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm glad you stopped in. Yeah, those would be. All right, so this is like a real shiny copper looking back. So this is from the satellite dish. So I don't know if it's like a copper tin board with little components on it. But when I saw it, I'm like, wow, that's very shiny. So I would best guess that would be a high grade or high end peripheral or something. Don't know. I was supposed to talk to somebody who comes in this stream every once in a while about showing me the ins and outs of circuit boards. I'm in no hurry. All that's going to happen is just going to keep adding up. Let's go with that one anyhow. I have, I think it's right here. It's gold flashing on that board. So a side of the aluminum, it's definitely, instead of tossing it in just all complete and then separate the steel, obviously, instead of tossing that in as aluminum, getting $1 for it, it's probably worthwhile to spend that little extra 6 minutes breaking that apart to get that board. I wouldn't want to do 100 of them in a day, but 100 of them in a day will definitely add up at that gold flashing or whatever it's called. Yeah, gold flashing. That would add up. That tease for sure. That is for sure. A pipe cutting tool. You could separate it. Probably won't be able to. That's probably why they make them like that. That's steel. Those are. Man, I hate the. This is a really cutting blade, so of course it's going to be easier to get to and take out. Yeah, I mean that I noticed. I didn't know what and I knew sometime, if anything, I would just wait for you to come in sometime and ask you. That's the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, hey. So aluminum is aluminum no matter what. Let's see if I try if I can actually separate it.
The case of the empty case of soda at first.
It is. Oh, cool. All right. This I could put in as, I still go as aluminum. There's so little steel on there. But I wasn't going to do it like that with that big chunk. Chunk. Rocky Road. Another fuse. Some brass fittings on this. Oh. I cut these. There we go. Brass fitting. The fitting. Fitting. It's not my song to ruin. So it's good to have a. It's like back in the 80s, man. There's that one thing. Inquiring minds want to know. Hey, what's over in those dumpsters over there? Hey, what's that? Hey, what's that? Oh, look, more free shit. Oh, that tube is Did you step on Bruce?
No, it's dripped on him.
Oh.
It's hot.
Oh, this is one of those reciprocating blades. I don't know what it's cut for, but it's what it is. It gets rolled down, real narrow to something, and cutting floor or something. Some little magnets. Scrap now. First, it's probably going to be stainless or brass for that. Yeah, these things do not. I'm going to take that as brass because it has to be corrosion resistant, and if it's not, then the scrapyard is not going on a business over it. That I think is aluminum. No. So that's all brass, minus that screw. And this handle is probably aluminum. Yeah, it's cast something. Ooh, you beat me. Brass is brass at the scrapyard up here. So I'm going with I'm not going to work to try to get that little bit of aluminum off of there. I mean, I might, but if it was all aluminum, that'd be great. Or a little bit of brass bearing. So what is a scrapping channel? What does he primarily talk about or do? All right, so chances are this is not going to come out. Yeah, it's not going to be really worth that squeeze, but Japan brake part, Diacomp XCM just came off of like a Schwinn bike or something, but it's cast aluminum. I got another one in here. Another fuse. Brass handle. How about that piece? Steel. Is that brass or copper? This is a shower head stout. I'm going to guess it'd be brass. Copper would be way too expensive. It's got a yellow color inside. And it's kind of difficult to scratch. So if it was copper, it'd be a little easier to scratch. So I'll go with brass. Brass is brass. So that's got to. We got to, there we go. Yeah, that's brass. But that does not feel like brass. Nope. That is. That works. Well, so all that steel. Some drywall. So I get to, I mean, look at all these old zinc ones, right? There's a bunch of them in here. I mean, that's where a lot of the my aluminum weight comes from. Is from, you know, it'll be from these things. Oh yeah, this. Oh, just the one. All right. Trash. Cool. Mostly clean. Cleaner. Thought it was like a little aluminum heat sink, but it's not. Maybe not. There we go. I mean, I could have dropped that off with the battery in it, but let's just. Well, at least if you do it like that. They see that you took the time to clean it up. Maybe that wasn't you was saying that about going up to board serving. That's, man, I don't get a lot of people in here when I'm streaming scrapping, but I have spoken to a few people. Brass and plumbing. Probably. Brass hose fitting. Steel. So yeah, I thought those were just like a junk steel. Cord. This is an old cord. Oh yeah, I got about. I'm gonna see if I can actually handle one of these because they're pretty heavy. Got 2 of these. I know what they are. They're. Oh, they're my other magnet. Like some sort of hitch assemblies or something. They're 30, 40. At least like 30 pounds. How much of these? Like 5 of those. Man, it's so much easier not having to have that big old heavy thing in my hand. Shh, I know what you're thinking, dude. I know what you're thinking.
What am I thinking?
I can't see that on YouTube. So you got a hair tie in, so I know what that means. Half-inch husky socket. Should probably finish that whole sentence without you. Like, what are you? Half-inch husky. Man, this guy's a weirdo. Cool. I'll go on this brass. What?
I need to find a way to mark this so it doesn't. I don't look at it later and go, I don't know what it is.
So you need a
Well, I have a.
tape?
Yeah, I just need this taped on. That way,
Oh.
it's.
I mean, I can get to that later.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I just get some tape and put that on there, and all I need to do.
Yeah, I don't know where your tape is. That was kind of where it's going.
It's on the table. Not doing any good on the table there now. That's probably aluminum. Yep. Solid copper, trash, brass, another aluminum from that break. More of these. All right. Yeah, the rest is going to be steel. These ones maybe not. Yeah, they are. All right. So I think like all of these would be a cast aluminum, right? I mean, you could extrude it, have that little cut piece, put that through a die, and then have that, but it's still going to be cast to have these little things right here with the, still going to be casted like it. That's what they're going to go in when I do the separating. Now, again, it's not like the steel yard is going to, the scrap yard is going to lose money on the difference of 5 cents a pound for someone who's only bringing in $20 worth. Oh, one more. So let me dump the steel out in a little steel container outside. And this other steel and the aluminum in the container inside. That is 6-7 pounds maybe. Scared my hungry cat, Bruce. It's right here. Are you super confused, Bruce?
So they're plastic food containers.
Huh?
They're plastic food container. Is a little bit correct.
Crack?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes.
Oh,
Because it's just going to end up leaking.
yeah. So I'm gonna use this one.
All right, so a little meter now. Start with this.
Your new favorite blanket? Silverware?
I do have my tools are right over there. Yes. Okay, that's just more steel junk. Aluminum. Well, I am going to end up needing a single container for the brass. So it's starting to add up. I think a toy is stuck under the shelf.
I don't know. He just seems to be looking for any place to hide down here. Like he just tried to go into the Tupperware cupboard.
Bruce, you're not going to fit in.
No, that is way too
Well, he can fit in that, but he can't. There's no way he's going to get into a hole like that. His whole body, Bruce. Like if my eyes are that small, so if my eyes are that small, that means that I can fit in there. Is easy enough? More. For that, it's like aluminum wire. Huh? If it was, it'd be definitely a lot lighter than that. varieties.
Saying it's magic.
Oh, 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 it's magic. You know. Don't give me any ideas.
Why not? You're saying that because of yesterday your brother sent me saying, don't give them any ideas.
About what? I mean, I heard you say that, but I don't remember what's in context of it.
Me either.
Oh,
About being one of those guys that wants all the way in the dumpster and
no,
no.
that's not what it was. That is not at all what his conflation of finding ways how to make money online.
Oh. Yeah, I remember now.
So Mark wanted me to make an OnlyFans and microscrap stuff and have the camera pointed right at my feet. Because there's people who have scrapping fetishes and live streaming fetishes. Oh, those aren't really fetishes. People have feet fetishes. I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's not a bad idea, man. That would be magic. So I did learn that these solid core wire and all that, it's all bare bright. I guess. I don't know. This is porcelain. I'm going to crack a lack with this right here on the table. It's still down here. Really did not want all this little bit of porcelain here, but too late now, because I can't turn back time. Yeah, I got this whole thing of these. You just can't sit there and not do anything with them. Oh yeah, I want to take this apart. You got to get my tools, Magoo. I doubt. I doubt I can get that with this. Now, for how old this thing is. No. Well, at least that. Well, I mean, if this part's coming undone, Hopefully that's good news for the rest. And there's someone out there who might be watching right now. I'd be like, dude, why are you taking that apart? It's not worth your... Because I've never done it before. I'm tired of explaining myself. Every single... That's a joke. Never been here. Somebody would be like, dude, that guy's mean. No, I've never taken... I mean, it's a solenoid for something. Mitsuya. Mitsuya, something like that. I don't know what these are. Feel like they can. That would be easy to persuade them to open. Well, let's get my tool thing here. So I found a lawn chair back here in the little wood line. Actually, our other ones that my mom got us when we moved up here like 6 years ago. One completely like ripped through. And I found this other one in the tree line. Put out here. My kitty Breeze is out there just hanging out, watching the birds. He's probably thinking, man, I wish I could fly. But it's not going to be one of those, I'll tell you that. Might be. Nope. I don't know. That's better. That thing's in the way. Damn it. Yeah, because they're not going to do it like that. You got to have the ratchet. Works for me. Watch it be $1 million of gold. Make this extension. I can smell the million. It smells like grease. Well, thank you for confirming that is steel. So aluminum, likely. All right. So, wow, that is definitely a lot lighter. It's good to have strong magnets. So electric motor. Get some nice copper in there, but it's all coated with this stuff. Oof. Don't do that one again. Do these? Oh, right, there we go. Okay. Okay. Well, I probably should put my gloves on. So I bet you these roller bearings in here, that's the steel. So electric motors are, at least at that, I think they're like 20 cents, maybe 30 cents a pound. Now I wonder if I can get that bearing race out of there. Okay. And this is a magnetic O-ring. Oh, well, it's a spring. Call it that. Call it that. No retainer clip. That's press fit. It's going in as aluminum. I'm not going to fight over that. Clean enough. Be right back. This is going to get cracked open outside. Crack me outside. Come on. Crack me outside. All right. I'm back. So this, I believe that's all. It is aluminum, but I'm not going to fight to get that out of there. But that is a nice little chunk of steel. Oh yeah, right there. That is also all steel. A little bit of wire right there. Since my hands are filthy and I already have it open. Steel. Those can go in there. That can go in there. So that bearing, a piece of aluminum, basically eating shellfish. Kind of lost on what that means. Unless it's some sort of like microscrapping lingo that I don't know. But I mean, if you're new here, let's see the name. I don't recognize the name. Doesn't mean you're not new here, it's just I don't recognize the name. Started microscrapping a couple months ago. And all this stuff I get for free from a couple dumpsters here. I know a couple of electricians. There's some businesses around in the corner where I'm at. Oh man, there's a fucking another one. I didn't even like doing the first one. So I am just learning. A lot of this stuff I'm taking apart, I've never done it before. Some things I'm learning that, oh man, yeah, you don't want to waste your time on that. To some degree. When I sell physical media, over my eBay is over 100K a year. And what I do for that wise, I have that system down to where it's 25 to 30 hours a week for me to get the stuff, get pictures, get it listed, and get it packaged. And I still make YouTube videos of what I buy most of the time and what sells most of the time, like daily videos. So I need something else to do. Microscrapping is a great way how to A, learn, B, help the environment, C, it's a hobby that pays for itself. If you're getting this stuff for free, insulated wire. So my blade, so if eating shellfish means bottom of the barrel, which wouldn't make sense because shellfish isn't cheap. But I mean, there's other aphorisms out there, such as eat a crow. And eat a crow just means that you have to accept something that's difficult for you to do, or you're not really that super willing to do, means you have to eat the crow. You're like, just fucking deal with it and do it. But I'm lost on what you mean, what you're conveying, and what you mean by that. Oh, kids these days say the weirdest things. All right, so I will break those down. The fucker bounced out. copper can stay there. I don't think I'll need that. Open up another can. That goes in with aluminum. Cans go to my neighbor. And looky there. I got everything I need right here. Food's right there. Soda's right here. It's like I was meant to live for so much more. You were meant to live. At least get these switches done because those have silver. And so, well, this probably doesn't. But switches and GFCI have silver contacts. And the whole thing right there is filled with, well, most of it is filled with silver contacts and sterling, little sterling pieces. Everybody needs a little time away from each other. Hold me now. Difficult for me to say I'm sorry. Yeah, this is going to be the same for all four of them. No. So that's all brass, which is nice. Split you where the good Lord, or hit you where the good years, good, I can't say that right. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Something like that. Just went to my mom's yesterday, and she didn't say that to me. It's just something that she used to say. She did say it yesterday. Okay, that's all brass. That's all brass. That's all brass. That is too. So I don't even have to really bother trying to... It's beeping! Didn't have to really try too hard to get those broke apart. And I got 2 pair of gloves down here. a little silver there. A little silver there. A lot of this, all these little micro tools all over. Oh, that one's gonna. No, disassemble number 5. Some double silver contacts on this, so silver right there and silver on the bottom. Silver there. Silver there. Silver there. Right? And, no, those are rivets. So those ones are a pain in the neck to get out. Silver right here. I don't know if you can see that, but on switches and breakers and a few other things, they have silver contacts. So that's going to be anywhere from 20 to 80% silver, is my understanding. Even conferring with my brother, it's like I don't make them, but yeah, they're going to vary on the quantity and quality of silver in them. And he's a state electrician, right? As a matter of fact, I found out that his current contracts is New Dollar Generals up here in Northeast Ohio. Like, he's a ton of them. He's been working on them for 4 years. So I asked him, he's like, yeah, I mean, it's not a whole lot, but I mean, if you got the, whatever it's on, if you have that out, and instead of just getting the brass price for it, you can get more from the silver. Save it. It all adds up. Brass screw. Look, another one just like that. And all this, everything I said, except for what my brother just said, everything I said is stuff I've learned from watching other scrapping channels. Oh, do I have another one here? I already got that one off. Brass. And eventually buy a crucible. And I get all this down and get Make it, I don't know, 5 pounds. I don't know how big these ingots get. It's going to take a while, but at whatever the price of silver is now, and then who knows, in 5 years from now, I mean, I can have a big jar of just little silver contacts and all that. And there's other bits and pieces in here, a gold chain. They're like on the miscellaneous circuit board, like the oscillators and stuff are in another container in there. So I doubt it, but I bet you if I do this, it might make it easier. Nada. So I don't know what that means to basically eating shellfish. All right, well. Just to make sure. Another one's right there too. Really? I mean, I don't think that this would have anything to do with all that, but. I'll go outside. Yeah, I don't think that this thickness of cable is easy to slice open with a strip like that. Yeah, I see why people get those wire strippers. And I probably won't come across this wire this thick often. Whatever. All right. Not the best tool for it, but I got it done. Chunk of brass already. Chunk of brass, chunk of brass, chunk of brass with me. It's my rendition of Abbott. Take a chance, take a chance. That I probably won't need. And this has been going a little over 2 hours. If I can keep it within 3 hours and get those done, great. Let me get this other junk out the way. Oh yeah, I gotta cut those other gold contacts there, or silver. Or silver. Aruba's coming up. Only some good on there. We can visit Mark. Those be broken up. I think this is one I was working on yesterday, or I started to. Or is it a different one? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's something. I mean, it's enough. Separated enough. Brass enough. Yeah, I think this is one of those ones that are just a pain in the ass to get it to split apart. Maybe not. That one wasn't. Well, I'm going to go through these pretty quick. I mean, as long as I could get everything that I got processed down in 3 hours, yeah. That works for me. All I needed is that. It's got rivets right there. get this off. Got the other one apart, no problem. Oh, it's that damn little rivet thing in there. Ugh. Couple more. Trimming along pretty well, pretty quick. There it is. Hey there, Delilah. At least I know that's out of the way now. Oh, I got more wire in there. I mean, I have other like big plastic containers and bins. Kind of temporarily sorting the stuff now. Yeah, I don't know how easy this one's going to be. That was probably going to be, because there was 2 rivets right here. That would just go outside, whap, crack it open. A little piece of copper, but those ones right there caught up underneath that ground screw is such a pita to get out. Thank goodness. So I'm almost done because that's almost full. That's 2 rivets. See how this goes. Do that one later. Okay, so what is this one? Yeah, these are the ones I have to smash. For the stuff I got. For what's left. Uh, 8, 8, 9, 8. Wasn't that bad of a little? That wasn't that bad of a little teardown. 3 up. 3 hours. Those go out with me. And that bike rim, that was about it. I can just go outside. I'll do it another day. That was it. Thanks.